Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to show you how I created this birthday setup that we recently did. So let's get straight into the setup. And please make sure you watch the video right to the end, because I'll also be sharing one big lesson that I learned from this event. Something that could really help you if you are in this event decorating or balloon styling business. Yes, so let's get started. So the first thing I needed to do was prepare the vinyl using my machine. I've had a few people ask me where I get my vinyl from. So it depends with where you live. I'm in Wellington, so you can buy vinyl from most decorating shops or some DIY shops or even online. So I usually go to Spotlight, and sometimes I can get it from Bunnings or Look Sharp or any of those related shops. Just keep in mind that there are different types of vinyl, so it's really important to know what material you are applying the vinyl to, and just make sure you choose the right type for your project. Anyway, for the setup, I used a removable vinyl because I personally find it much easier to weed and also easier to remove from the backdrop after my event. Anyway, enough of that. Now let's talk about the balloon colors. So for this setup, you notice that I use less gold as requested by the client based on the color guide that they gave me. And as usual, I created balloon clusters first, and then I joined everything together with a thick fishing line. This is still one of my favorite methods because it just helps me build the Garland faster while keeping everything nice and full. Now, one challenge with this setup was the venue itself. So the room was rectangular in shape, and I had to set up along the longer wall. That actually meant that I was working with a quite like a smaller space, which made moving around a little bit more difficult for me. The lighting in the room was also not so great, which is why this video appears a little darker than usual. And looking back, I know one thing that I could have done differently was to bring extra lighting to help the video make it a little bit more clearer. And here's the big lesson that I wanted to share with you guys. So for this particular event, I honestly didn't do a site visit before the setup day. I had been to the restaurant before, but only as a customer dining there, not as a decorator setting up an event. So because of that, I just underestimated the space because I've been there before. But then when I arrived and I was shown where the setup needed to go, the space was far, far too small for the amount of backdrops and the balloons that the client actually ordered. So I had to quickly suggest changing the setup position. And the space that I thought would work better actually had tables and bar stools all over it. So yeah, we had to move everything around and try and create a bit more enough room for the backdrop and the balloons. And the chairs and the tables were really, really heavy, and moving everything just took a lot of time. And I could have used that perfect time for setting up and maybe focus on other finer details. But anyway, it was an error from my end. So the biggest lesson from this setup is that you should always check the venue beforehand if possible. So go and just visualize exactly where everything will go on the setup day, and don't rely on figuring things out on the day. And just also remember that the person booking the event may not always be there on the day. Maybe they're busy doing their makeups or getting ready for their event, which actually would probably create another extra strain for you. Thankfully, in this case, the birthday girl's mom and the sister, they were there with us, and they were able to help us make a decision on behalf of the birthday girl. Anyway, guys, like I always say in every video, I want to share not just the final setup, but I also want to share some lessons and some tips that can actually help someone else grow into this industry. And this was the final outcome, and I'm really happy with how everything came together despite those few challenges. And if anyone is interested in learning the slower step-by-step version of how I create my balloon clusters, I'll be more than happy to do a full tutorial again. All you need to do is just get in touch and let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe or to share the video or to give it a thumbs up or just drop us a comment below. Otherwise, we will definitely see you in the next video. Stay blessed. Have a good day. Bye.